Welcome back to Wolf Dog Empires. Today we're gonna take a look at limit breaking or 4 star. There's some people who are still kind of new. They're new enough to where they're getting limit break items, but they don't know where to use them. So once you have a hero maxed out, so a 4 star maxes out at Ascended 470. So it'll say here max level already, and you have to be at 8 here. So 8 out of 8. And then, now keep in mind, a 5 star goes up to 480. And those are easy to get to in level 8. I mean, there's so many feeders that need to go into them that they're almost always 8 out of 8, no problem. The 4 stars, 8 out of 8, no problem. It's the 3 stars. You have to really make sure you feed the same type of hero into them, but also the same color element feeders into them. So if you got a green 3 star, try to feed them green 1 stars into them and 2 stars. And then once you get them into at least level 2 right here, then try to feed them the same hero. So if you're bringing up costume burden or burden, after you get them to at least 2, maybe even 3 here, then feed them at least 3 burdens. It'll give the chance of it going up a level at 75 because it's 25% each. So 3 burdens will give it 75% chance, and then you can throw in a few extra 1 stars and 2 stars just to get your percentage up pretty high. I've gotten it to 80%, and it usually does go up, but then one time it did not. So sometimes I get them up to like 95% with like 3 burdens and a bunch of 1 stars and 2 stars, or you can just do 4 burdens and it'll bring a burden 100% chance of leveling up 1 level. All right, once you have a 4 star max at 470 and you have it at level 8, then you have here a limit break option. There is a talent grid, that's something separate. We'll do that afterwards actually. So you click on limit break, and for a 4 star, it's always going to be 20 of the smallest ethers and 5 of the medium ethers. The 5 stars will actually take more of those, and they'll actually take an even larger, like some even larger ethers. And then if you do have enough ethers, this will be green, and you can click on that and it will use up those ethers and bring Kalo up to show that little colored bar on the bottom, which means it's limit broken. And this is how much it's going up by. It's pretty big, all at once. So now we'll look at his stats right now. Take a screenshot. Limit break him. Hit limit break. Are you sure? Yep. The ethers go into him. And it's showing the increase. Is that 21 attack? 21 defense? And 44 health. So limit breaking, Your 4 stars is really good too. And now those are the upgraded stats. And now you can go up to 75. See, it no longer says max. Now it can go up to 75. So you just click on level up, and then you start bringing up. Now, once you limit broken them, you may want to use more than just 1 stars. Maybe higher things like 2 stars and trainer heroes. So these trainer heroes here and 2 stars. You can use different color ones. They don't all have. You don't have to wait until you have 20 or 30 2-star greens. You can actually just use any 2 stars and trainer heroes. If you don't need them for another hero, you can throw them into there. All right, now let's go look at the talent grid. If you have emblems, this will tell you Kalo's class, sorcerer. You click on talent grid, and this will tell you how many you have in stock. I have more than 3,600, but I'm gonna use some on Garnet. I'm gonna use some on Esme. I'm gonna use some on. There's several heroes coming up, so I will use them, including here. So show you the resources you need, or one of these golden emblems. I'm not gonna use a golden emblem for this. I use it when I need a lot more emblems and a lot more resources. Click on the learn button, it'll use up those resources for that talent. And there's what the talent is. And then you look at these in pairs. Not just the first one, but you look at them in pairs. So the ones on the left, it's defense and health. And the ones on the right, it's health and offense. Kalo's offense is pretty bad. And his whole thing is he needs to survive and out survive his own allies, because the special skill is super important and different from other heroes. So on offense, he only deals 70% damage to all enemies. If no allies have fallen, deals twice the amount of damage so to all enemies. But if there are people who, allies of Kalo who are dead already, Kalo, when he goes off, he'll cast the special skills of all the fallen allies. So there's 3 allies of his dead. When he goes off, he's going to cast the special skills of every single ally that is dead in his team. Special skill of Kalo cannot be copied. So that's pretty important there. All right. So talent grid. So you don't really want to go offense. His offense is not going to be good at all. You're not relying on his offense at all. So you want to go defense and health. This one's mandatory to continue on, left or right. And then here is offense and healing, and here is defense and offense. I prefer defense, and they both have an offense. So on this one, I would go right. This one's mandatory to continue. And here you have healing and defense. And you have critical bonus and offense, attack. I will not go with on the right side on this one. Critical bonus again. His offense, his attack is on Kalo is not important at all. So those two are definitely do not do's. Go with healing and defense. This one is mandatory. Here's a healing. Here's a defense. I would go defense. This one's mandatory. Do not go attack. I go defense. Oh, but yeah, that's fine. It's defense and attack or attack and healing. Always take them both together. Always look at both together. Healing and defense, I recommend, not attack. This defense is mandatory. And then I will go with defense here, not attack. And then he's got a mana bonus. I would go for that because his mana is, because he has a really strong special. His mana bonus speed is very slow. So you want to get him some mana troops, and I would definitely get that mana talent grid. All right, I hope that helps out some of the new people out there. Thank you for watching Wolf Dog Empires. Subscribe so you can see more videos like this. Give the video a like. Yeah, it only takes a second or two. That way, other players can see my videos more often. And leave us a comment. Let us know which heroes you're gonna try to use in your next Rush War. Right now, starting tomorrow morning, it is the Rush War tournament, and that's why I'm trying to bring up Kalo as much as I can, because he's on my defense for tomorrow morning. All right, until next time, Wolf Dog Empires.